Okay, guys, this is our first recording for the review of last night's RMSC race at Rome. And with me today are our winner for the first race, Clement Chua, and the first runner-up, ICG Thundercat.
Yo.
Hello.
Okay, first of all, to Clement Chua, fantastic win in our first race. Maybe we can just simply walk through with us, is there any special tuning or method that assisted you in the win?
Okay, basically, yesterday a few of the participants asked me how actually I tune the top speed how to match the track. So, one way is to just take a run and then you just look at your top speed, see how much your speed is. Then after that you just for me I'll just add 20 to the max to compensate for the any drafting or whatever. Then that will be my max speed for the track. And
Okay.
also basically sometimes you have to go and look at the RPMs, the engine graph, your HP graph.
Okay.
And then you can match somehow, or rather you can go and match it. I don't know how to explain.
I see. Okay, because to give our listeners a bit of the background, yesterday's race was actually organized by Power 66. Okay, on a related note, fantastic job by Power 66 to actually host this race for us. One thing is that I don't personally, I don't have any form of serious lag issues when joining his race since day one, including yesterday's race. So fantastic job right there. So coming back to Clement Chua's race, you were saying that you actually run a few laps and then you found the top speed, right?
Correct.
Okay, so but is that but prior to that, do you do any tuning or to the suspension or anything at all, or you just use on stock settings and then you try to find out the best run from there?
The only thing I did was lower the car by
Lower the car.
10 mm, and that's all.
Presumably, after you purchase the car, you did the necessary modding to match the requirements. You simply just do some tuning to just lowering the
lower the car.
Height.
Yeah, and I realized just for that track, I'm not sure for any other track whether this applies to any other track, but the top speed for the top speed for the car, even with minimum and comparing the minimum and the maximum downforce, the top speed are the same. So
okay.
I just set the downforce all the way up.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so for both front and rear downforce is maximum all the way.
Yeah, maximum all the way.
I see. So, Thundercat, how about you? With regards to tuning.
The tuning part.
Yes, that's right.
What I did was for the downforce, I maxed out the downforce, put it to high for both front and rear. Because like Clement mentioned earlier that the car isn't going fast enough to let the wings take effect.
Okay.
So I leave that the downforce max both front and rear. Then for suspension wise, I lowered the car actually to the lowest
Right.
And that's my springs, soften my front springs, harden rear springs. Damper not so much. Front and rear anti-roll bar. Front just one value up for front and rear.
Okay.
And for camber, my rear camber was 0.5. My front camber was 1.5. And as for, I think that's about it
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Because last night's race was we were all using the Cappuccino. And this car basically is front engine and rear wheel drive. So basically it's a FR car.
Yes, brother.
And for tuning such vehicles, layout type, is there any particular thing that you try to look out for example, to minimize oversteer or increase your oversteer or anything? Is there any preference for FR cars for you?
One FR cars, no preference actually lah. But whenever I drive an FR car, I always go lightly on the throttle lah. Because if you have if you have a very heavy right foot when hitting a corner, you tend to have problems with oversteer.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's all on your foot actually.
I see. So, okay, Clement?
Yeah, adding to what Tanaka has said, front wheel drive, FR cars tend to have a heavier nose.
Okay.
So I would look for, basically, if I were to race a FR car, I would look for one which has around 50-50 distribution. The Cappuccino is not bad. I think it's 40 something to 50 something. Mid 40 plus to mid 50 plus. So the distribution was quite good. The handling was pretty good lah. It's a very small nimble car.
I see. Okay, great. Okay, I'm actually, in the background, I'm sort of like looking at the race replay which I've recorded to my PC. I just want to understand on lap 2 of this race, I see that Thundercat is actually drafting right behind Clement, and then I realized for one instance there's some contact along the down the straight after the right corner, the right hand corner, and then Thundercat had some damages to the car. Maybe Thundercat can tell us what happened there.
Oh, gladly, my friend. Actually, what happened was we just exited the low speed right-hander corner. So I was following up. I was just behind Clement. So I was just following up nicely behind him, trying to stick as close as possible to Clement. As I was a few inches away from him, bumper to bumper. So what happened was, I was shocked that his car lagged for an instant, and when his car, actually my car hit his car now. So when I hit his car, then I got damages to both my front axles and onto my engine as well. And to top things off, I actually got a 10-second penalty for that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So, time penalty and damages to my car just add to the frustration of the race. But
right.
Fortunately for me, Clement did sustain damages as well. So, I was pretty fortunate for that. So, me, Clement, and also not forgetting zincfusion. I think
right.
both Clement and Zinc traded paint for a while.
Right.
So he got damaged as well. So on the third lap, all three of us had to hit. So yeah, it was pretty exciting starting from the back all over.
So how about from Clement Chua's perspective? Is there anything special that happened? Is there any?
Yeah. Okay, so basically at I believe it was the third lap, yes, zincfusion caught up with me. So I was trying hard to defend my position as usual. So at the last corner, he went a bit wide. I tried to cut in the inside, and then through the exit, I went a bit too far. Then I believe I clipped him at his front using my rear. Yeah.
Okay.
So I hit the wall. I believe I sustained some engine damage. Then both of us pit. together with Thundercat. So basically 3 of us pit in together, and then we exited together. And that's
Right.
where the real race started.
I see.
Yeah.
So that can I say that that was the only pit stop that you guys made?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Right. That's cool. So okay, for the rest of the race, I was just looking through the replay, from the third lap onwards all the way to the end of the 30th lap. There were a lot of exchanging of positions between the two of you guys. So how do you guys actually prevent from getting too close to each other? Or were there any further damages sustained after the third lap? Maybe Clement, you can first tell us.
Okay, for myself and I believe Thundercat, we were on voice chat, so it was actually easy for us to communicate. I'm on the inside, so be careful. I pass you. So for me, if I see Thundercat, if he passes me, right, I will just slow down for him to let him have his way lah.
I see.
So that there won't be any contact to prevent any damages.
Okay.
Then for damage wise, I can't remember, in somewhere in the middle of the lap I hit the wall. I
Right.
got a front right axle damage, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, I'm looking at the replay right now. I think on the 15th lap.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, there's a front left.
Yeah.
Damage.
Yeah, so that one didn't really affect me a lot lah. So was not too bad. Still managed to keep my position.
Okay. How about Thundercat?
I am actually very, very surprised that Clement actually sustained damages to his front axle, because from the way he was driving, he didn't look like he had any damage on. So yeah, I'm surprised on that. As for my part, I didn't sustain any damages. Because just like Clement said, if I see him passing me on either left or right, that's where, if I see if his nose, car nose is ahead of mine, that's where I let off the accelerator and let him pass, and just to avoid contact. We did created a little paint lah, like I hit his bumper, he hit mine, so that's okay lah, as long as we don't damage our cars is fine. But I did manage to damage my front right axle due to Clement chasing me on the 28th lap.
28th lap, okay.
Yeah, so what happened was, he was roughing me pretty close behind me, going down into that infamous chicane. Yes, I believe we all know which chicane I'm referring to. As he was falling right behind me, just before the chicane, he was drafting a little bit quicker than me. So he gave me a slight bump. So that was okay. He didn't contribute into my accident. So I felt pressured. So with that slight bump, I tended to tense up a bit. So while making that right-hander, the high-speed right-hander, I kind of like clipped my right fender onto the barrier, and I lost my position to Clement on the 28th lap.
So that was towards the end of the race.
Yes, my friend.
Right. Okay, because I was looking at coming back to lap 16, I see that down the straight, right before the right angle right hand turn, you sort of I would say outbrake yourself.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The 16th lap, right, and then